Honourable Speaker, members of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, the resident of Gauteng Province, Ndimasiar. Honourable Speaker, the Premier of Gauteng, like many of his comrades in government, has perfected the art of gaslighting. He stands before the people of Katlehong promising hope and change. However, his action tells a different story, a story of betrayal, deception, and utter disregard to the people that he claims to serve. He is a man who speaks of progress while presiding over a decay, who offer empty promises while our communities continue to suffer. He presents himself as a champion of the people, yet he walks a path that leads only to further hardship for the people of Gauteng Province. Honourable Speaker, for far too long, our government has been held back by corruption. This is not an issue of few bad apples. It is a deeply entrenched problem that has poisoned the core institution of this government. This individual, some seated here, have siphoned off resources meant for the public good, lining their own pockets while our communities continue to suffer. They have betrayed the trust that they've been trusted by the people who they're supposed to serve, turning our government into a breeding ground of incompetence and greed. While the Premier's speech is full of grand visions, it lacks the practical steps in terms of how the Premier plans to solve these challenges this province faces. The truth is, Honourable Speaker, we cannot move forward as a province until we deal with these internal problems that this province has faced for far too long. Madam Speaker, numerous infrastructure projects, such as constructions of schools, housing developments, have been abandoned or remain incomplete due to corruption or mismanagement, leaving communities that desperately need the services without the essential services. Yet you saw the need to stand in front of people of Katlehong and offer them just more of your empty promises and vague assurances. Your speech, Honourable Premier, failed to articulate the plans in which you plan to address the many challenges that this government faces. Honourable Speaker, allow me to remind the Premier that it is this very same government that the Premier has the honour to lead that has held the power for the past 30 years. At the time, they had ample opportunity to drive meaningful change, but they chose comradeship. It is this very same government, Honourable Premier, that you had the honour to lead that has today failed to promote the building of infrastructures to ensure that we have great schools for our children, as well as safe hospitals that can cover the population of this city. It is this very same government, Honourable Premier, that has, amongst ourselves here, promoted MECs that have clouds hanging over their heads and have also presided the very same failed projects that the city, this province find themselves looking after. It is the very same government, Honourable Premier, that you have the honour to lead that have allowed for projects, for my project to be built in a wetland. You were there. You were the MEC at the time for MEC for Education, yet this took place under your watch. It is the very same government you have the honour to lead, Honourable Premier, that has consistently failed to confront corruption head-on, allowing it to spread unchecked instead of taking decisive action. It is the same government that has enabled the culture of corruption to thrive at the expenses of the resident of Gauteng. In May last year, Honourable Premier, if I do need to remind you, you subjected the people of Johannesburg with a clueless mayor that last week you have now decided to take back, Mayor Gwamanda. It is the same government you have the honour to lead that has subjected the children of Hulwazi Secondary School in Deviton to be taught in classes that are overcrowded, with many schools that have roofs that are collapsing, broken windows, and that compromise their their learning conditions. It is the very same government that you have the honour to lead that have now looked at the budget for the 120 billion Gauteng project at the building of the 4 hospitals that they are now lining their pockets in the spirit of comrades must eat, comrades must get shinkwa, Buroto must benefit the people that are connected. Honourable Speaker, as we reflect on Women's Month, my heart goes out to the countless families who have been failed by this government, to the mothers and the fathers whose children's future have been compromised by this failing government. To the mothers who've endured the pain of seeing their children in abusive relationship, yet they failed to have the guts to tell them to leave.
Your time is up, Honorable Rasilingwane.
Thank you.
Thanks.